Right, hi everyone. I am going to have a go at colouring this main building on this page now. I am going to be using my pastel tones mainly. So I've got these Holbein pencils and I have got these Cause Colour Pastel pencils as well. And I've already started colouring a couple of the elements of it and I will show you. Obviously I did the outside in a different video, and what I also did was I coloured in the candy cane and that lollipop in the same colours as that lollipop there and that candy cane. So I sort of tied it in, and I did the holly there in the same colour as that holly. I haven't told you the colours I did the holly. I will just let you know. The green was the lettuce green from the Holbein, and the pink was the rose pink. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. So I did those colours for the holly, but we have the main house. I'm actually going to zoom back out a little bit. So we have the main house to do first. Now I want this to be a sort of gingerbready colour, and I actually have a Holbein which isn't in the pastel set. It might be in the 50 set, I've got no idea, and it's a khaki. I just bought this one open stock. Oh, it's so shiny. No, I don't think you're going to be able to see that. And I'm going to use that for the gingerbread house. I need to sharpen it though. I buy my open stock Holbeins from an art shop called Jackson's. I will link to it. I'm an affiliate, just to let you know. I will link to it in my description. I am colouring this just evenly, so I'm not doing any shade or shadow at the minute. So I purchased them from there. They are quite a small company. They're based, I think they've got 2 bases in London. They've got one in Gloucester, which is really close to me, and I actually go there and visit them at times and buy things, but it's always really dangerous going to an art shop. I don't know if you've noticed. So I tend to buy online and do it that way, and I'm not always able to go there very easily. You know, it tends to cost me less to pay postage than to actually go to the shop and then be tempted by all the treats and bits and bobs. So that's how I sometimes do it. But yeah, I like the shop. As I say, they're quite small. It's nice to support a smaller business sometimes. I don't actually know of anywhere else that sells open stock Holbein pencils anyway. I mean, it is always cheaper to buy a set, but obviously the sets are very expensive, even the smaller sets. So it might be that you want to just buy a couple at a time, and also if you've not used them before, it's wise to get a few to try. Now I would say personally, although they are nice pencils, I'm not sure they offer the best value for money. I think they're £3 a pencil, and then you compare them to these. These are, I'm going to have to do some maths, these are £4 for 12. So they are, oh, what would that be? £4 for 12, 30 pence a pencil. And so they are 10 times dearer. So the Holbein pencils are 10 times more expensive than the than this other set. And obviously they don't have this brown colour, but there is a 24 set. I don't know what's in it. I haven't looked closely. So there is, as I say, there's a 24 set which might have more choice. The only other disadvantage with these is that they're not, they've got no names and numbers, which means that when I'm doing a video, I can't tell you which one I'm using. And it made it tricky actually when I was doing this. The reason I did the kites as well was that I grabbed one, coloured a bit of a kite, and then I could see which one it was, so then I could colour the right candy the right colour. And you can always do a quick scribbly swatch if you want to. So there's that bit. Now I'm looking where else I want my gingerbread colour. It's a little bit pale around here. I often find gingerbread a little bit tricky to get the right colour. I sometimes think that I do it a bit dark and it looks a bit burnt, but I think this is okay. I haven't made gingerbread. I don't know if I've ever made gingerbread, to be honest. I'm going to do this top bit as well. What I'm going to do here, because these details are small, I'm going to colour over them, because that is going to be white icing. So I don't need it to be left white at this moment, because I'm going to use a pen. And I think the good thing with using a white pen on top is you can sort of splodge it a bit and it looks a bit more realistic, rather than just leaving white paper, which just looks like you've forgotten to colour. And it looks different because the paper isn't pure white as well. Then it looks a little bit, you can tell that it's been coloured rather than just left. I hope that makes sense. You could do these as sweets, of course, but you could still use pen. It's got a sharpen to get around these lollipops. You could use, I mean, felt pens, markers, they won't show up over pencil, but if you've got a paint pen like a Posca, there are other brands too. I am thinking of trying some other brands actually, some cheaper brands, but Jackson's Art that I was mentioning sells all the Poscas, and I can go in their shop and have a look. They have them all in a big cabinet. But anyway, so yes, you can use Posca, or gel pens probably would work, I'm guessing. I haven't got any. Well, I'm getting some for Christmas. I think most of them are glittery though. So, but I know glitter gel pens work on top of pencils, so I'm assuming that all of them do. So there's that top bit, and then this bit as well. So, yeah, I hope you're all starting to think and get excited about Christmas. I know not everyone celebrates Christmas, but it's most people, I think, are certainly aware of it. It is a nice time of year. Even if you don't actually celebrate, I think seeing all the lights around must be quite nice, I hope, for people. I like it. I do like twinkly lights and things like that, like Johanna was saying in one of her videos how much she liked twinkly lights. So I hope this isn't too boring. I really shouldn't just be colouring the whole of this. But, I'm so close to finishing this now. I shall just do it and then show you my details. Now it isn't very even, so I might go over another layer or use a blending pencil to just even it out a little bit, but I won't do that on video. It's just because I'm hurrying now to try and get it done so I can show you something else. Right, let's start with the windows. Now I always like quite warm looking windows, but we have only got, we've got a few, we've got this very bright, just tip my pencils out. One of them's broken, I need sharpener. I grabbed it by the lead, which was really silly, and it snapped off. It was my fault. I don't know why I even did it. I was in a rush. It was earlier this morning when, sorry, my hand's in shot, when I was trying to get everyone out the door. Right. So I'm thinking this very bright neon-y colour could be good for light coming out of the windows, but I want to show a little bit of orange as well, so it looks warm on the edges. So I'm going to use this orange. There are two, there's an orangey pink, this is the orange, and there's a more mellow yellow, so this is the bright yellow. And what I do is go around the edge of the window with the orange, and then do a scumble line like that. Okay, and then I can get the yellow and go all the way over, and hopefully so blend it all together, make it look bright and inviting. And we'll do the same with this one. My computer's gone off. Just pop it back on. It's gone in sleep mode, just in case one of my sons is in a private study session at college. Sometimes he will send me a little message. So I'll just put it back on. They don't send me them as often anymore because a bit more organised and a bit more used to getting on. You know, they'll sometimes say, Mum, I've run out of work, what shall I do? Or and I would go, well, have you got homework for X subject? Have you got it for X subject? Look in your planner, that sort of thing. But now they know what to do. So there's our window. I will do all the windows in the same way. I might just do them quickly or else I'm going to forget. Now this window, the window frames, if I wasn't doing pastel, I would do them in sort of black or dark brown to really highlight that light coming through. But we are doing pastel mainly, so I'm having a think about what to do. Could make them white icing or coloured icing. I think I might leave them white. So that, now we've got a robin here, he's going to be interesting. I do have a light brown which I may use. Might do his chest pink, like the holly berries that I did. So that would make him work with our picture. Now we've got a lot of candies around the door and everywhere, and these ones up here. And I seem to remember those ones at the top change in the number of, yeah, those have got 5 segments, and these have got 6. So that gets a bit confusing. So, but what I'm going to do is decide on the colour of those first, and do those, and then think about the roof. So I think all the round candies, including the lollipops, I don't know if you'll call them that, lollies? Oh, I know Australia, lollies just means sweets, doesn't it? Or candies. I like learning all these new words. You know, I feel like I'm learning different languages, even though it's all English. It's really good fun. Okay, so these, I'm going to use just 2 colours. Now I'm going to use these ones, this brand, because I can sharpen them to a fine point. So I'm going to use that is the Tombow I use for this. No, it's not. It's it's that darker pink with the purple, so it's slightly different because that, although that one looks purple, it was the blue. So pink and purple, and we use that everywhere. So we'll start up here on this one, and we'll do these purple like that, and then pink. And we'll do that. It's quite bright, that, isn't it? I've pressed a bit hard. Crikey. We'll do that for all of those, all of those, all of those, and all of these. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. So I'm not going to show you any more for that. What I am going to show you is, oh, these. Who knows what these are? These are very British. I'm just looking for a colour. These are Christmas puddings. Now, in what we don't tend to have them, they don't tend to be round anymore, but they are basically a dried fruit, sorry, you can't see that one, dried fruit type item, and they will have custard on. So I'm going to do the bottom part of them in this, this is a whole buying, this is another open stock one I bought, this is cork. So I just want a sort of different brown to the building, less yellowy. So I'm using that, and for the custard I'm going to use this sort of nice creamy yellow colour. I think I'm going to use it quite gently. It'll look like custard. Sometimes this gets left white as if it's icing, but I always think actually it's custard. So anyway, what else am I going to tell you? This along here and up here, I'm going to do it like the candy canes, so in my lighter pink colour, and leave every other one just white. Okay, We've got a waffle chimney. I think I'm going to use this colour. This is sand. I bought these sort of brownie holbeins to because I was thinking about Worlds of Wonder and all the buildings, and I thought I would want some lighter browns because all my browns were quite dark. Actually, I didn't really use them much in there. I was quite happy with the palette that I had, but it's quite nice to have them. Anyway, so there's my chimney. The icing might stay white, and that will be the same as the candy canes. So that's our candy cane colour. I'm just keeping my pencils separate so I can work out roof. Right, I'm going to start with this one. This is the sort of orangey pink. And what we're going to do is make it a little bit darker if we can at the top, and then lighter as we go down. Miss one. Now I'm leaving the rim around the edge, but only one. So here Johanna's drawn two. I'm going to ignore the centre one and just do the middle part. Oh, miss one. And do that, miss one, like that. Okay. And then I'm going to miss a whole row and do this one. I want a sort of mix of colours. I was thinking a sort of pink, a yellow, a blue and a green might work well. So you can see I'm just trying to put a few more layers near the top, and we want to incorporate that bit and less towards the bottom. We need to do that bit there, and then we've got this bottom row. Hoping you can see. You can. Gosh, that would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it, if you couldn't see anything. Like that. Oh, we need to do that one. So that's our sort of pink. Then I'll do this blue, which I need to sharpen, the one I broke. It's a sort of purpley blue, but I think that's going to be fine. There we go. So in between these, the same technique. It's not too difficult. Now I'm going to leave these white, but I will probably use my white pen to just make them a bit more splodgy. That was lucky, we had blue there, but it didn't matter because I coloured over it in blue. Hardly notice. This is quite a purpley blue. I think it's really pretty. Quite nice doing some pastely colours on a Christmas picture. Normally I would go in with my dark reds and dark greens and things like that, but it's quite nice having something a little bit different. I think so anyway. Okay, so now we need a green. I think I'm going to go for this green, slightly bluey green. And we'll just go in here. So the same as before, every other one. Do one in there. Oh, we need a blue or pink in there. Pink. Okay. I'm not sure. We've been in between. Oh, I don't think it matters. I'm just going to start there. As long as I leave a gap. So I wonder how many people actually make these gingerbread houses. You can get kits these days where bits of it are made and you sort of stick it together with icing, or people make them from scratch. We've never really eaten them at all in my family. Now I need a yellowy colour. I'm going to go, I'm going to go for this one. This is from my Holbein set. This is the Naples Yellow, it's called. It's quite a warm yellow. I think it would work quite well. There is a where is it? I thought there was a warm yellow in this other set, but I can't spot it. I think I've lost it on the floor. Never mind. We're using this one now. You may not have this pastel set, so you may have to just improvise. If you haven't got pastel coloured pencils, then have a look through the sets that you've got, and you might be able to use colours you've got already, but just press a little bit more lightly. So have an experiment, get a scrap piece of paper and have a little play around with your colours. If you pick your lightest shades, you might find you can create some pretty pastel tones with them. Well, I'm quite happy with that. Put a little bit there. There we go. Oh, I used it for the Christmas pudding, didn't I? Oh, I don't know what I've done with it. So there it is. It slipped under my paper. Okay, now I've told you, let me have a think. So those we haven't done. What should I do with those? I think I want to do them pink and purple, but a much lighter shade compared to that one. So what I'm going to do is grab a Holbein pink and purple, just so they look a little bit different. You have to do different ones if you don't have these. So this is the Wisteria, and it's quite dark purple, but I'm going to do it really lightly, and I'm going to just do the bottom half of each of these with this purple. And I'm pressing really lightly so we get a lovely light effect. Now if you don't want purple, that's fine. Just think about the fact we've got a lot of blue going on here. I'm just thinking about the gaps between these. We've got no blue because our background didn't quite stretch that far. Might want to think about that in a minute. And I'm going to use the rose pink to do the tops. Again, very lightly. And it just gives us the same colour scheme but in a lighter finish. A little bit different. Yeah, in between these, I'm thinking I'm going to grab this blue. I'm just going to do a really delicate touch. It's obviously not the same shade of blue as that background, but I think it just finishes it off. And now we're just going to look for any other areas where it needs a little touch. I think it will do. Okay, so we've talked about candy canes. We're going to do them in the light pink, which is this one. Just going to do a little bit to show you, so like that. And the same on this side, make it match, so the same opposite ones are the same colours. There we go. These are all going to be go over in. That's interesting. I haven't noticed that. Look, we've got 3 splodges there. We've got none on this side. These outside bits will be white, but these bits I think I will take. Maybe a bit of the roof colour. Let's have a think. I'll have a think. I'm going to do these candy canes while I'm thinking about what to do. I think perhaps I shouldn't do it exactly the same as the roof, or else I might not remember. I might not match it perfectly right either. So maybe. Maybe I should pick something a little bit different. There we go. And we've got around the door as well. Can you see the door? Quite hard to get a white gap in the middle on the door. Do my best. Now I need the main colour of the door. I think I'm going to do these in a solid pink. Maybe I haven't got any stripes drawn on them. They'll show up then. Okay, so we've got these on the top of the roof, and we've got these around here. I think I might match them together. What should we do? I don't want blue because I think it's gonna, we've got the sky really near here, so it's gonna disappear if we use blue. But we've used pink, blue, green and yellow, so maybe I want something a little bit different. Maybe this colour. Yeah, this is mauve. It's a little bit different to what we've used already. I think I'll use this. So I'm going to do all of these the same, I think, and just go up like that. Because I think this colour is sort of a mix of a pink and purple. So I think it will look quite fun. Now I'm going to leave the lolly sticks white, I think. But I won't put pen on them. I'll just leave them. Hi, sorry, my phone rang. I hope I've managed to cut out all the sound, but it means that I don't know where I was at. I've been on the phone for over an hour. Anyways, I think I must have been here, just finishing these. And then I'm going to do these the same by doing a little bit harder here. In fact, I'll make them quite solid because we've got white around here. Like that. And they'll look a little bit different then, won't they? So that's okay. Yeah, my mum called me and she likes a nice long chat, which is lovely to catch up. And so that was good. And I also managed to do a few jobs while on the phone. I did a bit of dusting. My son was really sneezy this morning. He seems to get affected by the dust, and I haven't been dusting because I've been really busy. A bit quieter now, which is nice. A bit more relaxed and calm, so that's good. But anyway, so I was doing a bit of dusting. I'm going to do the door handle in this colour too, like it's made from one of these little candies. The only thing I've really got left, oh, we've got these. Yeah, I think I'm going to do them like this. Just sort of tie it together with some consistent colour through. Doing them a little bit darker at the bottom with a little bit more, a few more layers of colour. Yeah, I managed to dust the house and prepare this evening's meal while on the phone, so that was good. I'm just doing a veggie stew, so I just chopped up the parsnips and carrots and sweet potato and sprouts and put everything in a pan. It was very easy. Okay, I'm having a look. I think I'm pretty much done apart from the door. I've decided I'm going to do the door purple. We haven't got a really dark defined purple on this page yet. We've got a little bit at the top here that's quite light. I'm going to use that same colour. So this is the wisteria, and I'm going to do the door in a more of a solid wisteria colour. And what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to go away and I'm going to finish this off. So I'm going to do all these round ones how I had said I was going to do them. I've put the colours aside, and then all the white with my either my white Posca or my white Jelly Roll pen, and then I will have a photo. So if you hold on for the end of the video, you'll be able to see a photo of the completed picture, and then you can decide how you're going to do yours. You may have already done it, of course, because it's I don't know, but this picture of course is in Johanna's Christmas as well as the planner, so you may have a few versions of it. I've just realised we've got these bits in the window. I'm saying I was going to do the robin in a brown. I'm going to use this cork colour for most of him, so he will look different then to the wall. And I'm going to do him a pink tummy. This is the darker pink from my other set. There we go. And then the candy canes Remember we did the ones on the door with the light pink like this? I'm going to do those the same. Like that. Oops. Yeah, I was just going to do those like that. I think I will. I'm going to do the two pots the same colour. I think I'll do those in this purple, just for fun. And now I think it's time for me to disappear off and do all my white and my extra bits and bobs, and come back to you in a moment. Okay, I'm back for the final part. So as you can see, I have finished colouring in all the different bits and pieces, but it did occur to me that I haven't done the snow at the bottom. You could just leave it white, but I'm just going to do a little something different. I have shown this technique before on a different video. This is Lavender Blue from the Holbein set. You basically want a light colour. You could use grey, you could use blue, and what I'm going to do is put an even covering of the white across this sort of area where it looks like there's snow on the ground. I'm not going to do it very hard because I don't want it to look really blue. We're going to add some white pen to it in a minute to make it look like there's snow on the ground. But in order for the pen to show up, we need a colour behind. I'm sure I've said this before, maybe only the other day, but my husband is friends with a guy who is an oil painter, and I said to him, oh, snow is hard, and he said, oh, well, you just do the ground colour first and then put the white on top. And I thought, well, you can't do that with coloured pencil. This is my Posca I'm going to use, but of course if you use white pen you can, so that's what I do. But you can't obviously put white pencil on top of coloured and make it look like snow bits. That's not going to work. Now it's up to you with the snow. You can do a layer of snow on top of the house, or even on top of the candy canes and all the other bits and pieces. I am just going to put it on the floor. It isn't really showing up massively, but I'm okay with that. I'm just going to keep dotting. I think actually this needs a shake. Sometimes the Posca pen paint goes a little bit watery, and you need to just shake it up a little bit to get it a stronger white colour. I think that looks much better. So it just sometimes takes a little, as I say, a little bit of shaking to get the white to come out thick enough to really show up. Whoops, I went on the holly then. It wasn't my intention, but never mind. Let's not worry about it. I'm really actually pleased with how this picture is looking. I wasn't really sure whether it would work with these more pastel colours, but it has. And I'm very aware this is a really long video, but I just wanted to get it finished. We just had such a little amount to do. But oops, I did a sort of scrape then rather than a dot, which isn't ideal. Anyway, I'm going to finish there. You probably can't even see the dots of white very well, but it's not going to worry me. So there we go. So that's me done. I hope you enjoyed the video. We did a few different things here, so that was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you too. Thank you so much for watching, and happy colouring.